teach as much as he can is learn, and you have Nate and those guys around. So he just got to come in. We don't need him to be superhero. Just come in and play his role, but just do the little things a little better.
Is that the same for Otto Porter?
I feel like it's not too much pressure on Otto really because he has a great situation where he can learn from two veterans, and Martell and Trevor Reason, that's in his position. So he just come in and fit in, and he's a pretty quiet guy, so I think he'll learn right away.
Impressions of Otto after seeing him for a full summer?
Well, I think he's improving. I mean, he dealt with like a little hamstring injury before, but other than that, he's been good. He's been working out, playing with us, playing pickup, and like I said, he got two great veterans that he can learn from.
What do you think Bradley Beal has changed from last year to this year?
He's a lot more confident. I feel like knowing how teams have trapped him off the pick and roll last year, he's doing a better job of creating his own shot off the dribble. So if in certain situations, he can go ISO situations and create his shot off the pick and roll. So that's really big for us.
What do you think the identity of this team is?
A defensive team that likes to get up and down the court, up-tempo type team. Kind of like how you've seen us last year, the last couple of games when we was healthy. We was one of the top 10 defensive teams at the end of the season, and just like to get out and run.
Have you worked on your post game this offseason?
Yeah, I worked on it a lot with my trainer. He was just here yesterday before he left, so yeah, hopefully coach will throw some plays in there that I can get into the post.
I know it's only preseason, but does that match up against Chicago and Derrick Rose as a kind of an interesting one for you?
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting for everybody. I think it's his first game back, and just to see how he's going to play, and I think he's going to be the same one or not even better than the Derrick he was before.
Bradley said that you've been hitting your three balls a little bit more consistently than last year. Is that something that you really worked on, expanding your range?
Yeah, this whole summer and just being here working out with the coaches since the beginning of August is just working on my jump shot and, like I said, extending my range and trying to work on my float as much as possible.
How much does that open up your game if you can make that three ball,
I don't really think it's the three that's really going to open up my game, but it'd be great to add that to my game. I feel like just being able to knock down mid-range and make it tough in pick-and-roll situation where guys got to go with top instead of going underneath.
How will Al Harrington help you in your leadership role this year?
He's great. I talked to him ever since the first day he signed. He's just a veteran guy that wants to come in and just fit right in. I think just having him as a four, he can really stretch the floor and shoot threes, and he can do things off the dribble. So I think just being 16 years in, he knows what it takes and knows what to help a lot of young guys and me in my situation do better.
Who would you rate the talent on this team compared to the first 3 years?
First 3 years. I think talent-wise, my first year or two, we had talented players. I don't think we just meshed together and played too much as a team. And we didn't have concepts of wanting to do it defensively. I think we just all individual one-on-one players, to be honest. My last year and this year team is kind of the same. We just added a couple more pieces that can help us, and I feel like we're very talented. It's just what we can. It all depends on what you do when you step out there between those lines.
Who's impressed you during the scrimmaging you guys have had so far?
Everybody's been playing good. You can tell everybody has improved in something they worked on. I mean, it was tough because Trevor had just got back and Jan had just got back, so I really didn't play too much pickup with those two. But everybody else is playing pretty good throughout pickup.
You spent some time with Gary Payton this summer, right?
No, I didn't get time to. I just talked to him, but I was so busy with China and doing other things, and being with Adidas and coming back here and making sure I'm healthy and making sure I'm working with my teammates and trying to organize us a little mini camp. I didn't have the opportunity to.
What are your expectations of Jan Vesely after his summer playing?
I think he did great. I just hope he can come back over and just play with that same kind of confidence. I know it's tough when you're not playing as much right away and things like that. You're used to playing so many minutes over there. But just whenever you get out, I feel like whenever you get an opportunity to play any minute, take full advantage of every minute you get to play.
How huge is it for you to be healthy at the start of training camp this year?
It's huge for me. I'm more happy and excited to be talking to y'all than I was last year, to be honest. I knew I wasn't going to play, and I didn't know if I was going to play the whole season, so I'm very excited to get started.
What expectations do you have for yourself this season?
Well, I got a lot of expectations, but I really just keep them to myself because the biggest one for me is playoffs. You know, I want to see how the city's going to react and just see everybody with a smile on our face on our team and get this city back into the promised land.
There was much made about your decision to get tattoos over the offseason. Can you talk about your decision to get tattoos and also some of the criticism? Do you think that was fair or unfair?
It don't really bother me. I mean, media's going to talk and say whatever they want to, and whatever they say, you just don't let it get to you. I mean, use it as motivation, things like that. But I always wanted tattoos. I just never got them. And when I came in, I said I never was going to get none right away. And luckily, I found somebody that was nice and did a great job of it. But all mine's tattoos have meanings. I got a Bible verse on me. I'm my mama's boy. I got my mom's name on me. I have a night owl. I let her play basketball all night. So all my tattoos are meaningful. It's not no bad ones. And you really can't see them unless you see under my jersey on my leg.
You got a brand new house, right? How's that working out for you?
It's great for me because I got a lot of family that comes up there 4 hours away. I have a basketball court in there, so I work on my free throws all the time and all that. Movie theater. I have everything I need, so I really don't leave, and it keeps me out of trouble.
Are you going to invite any of these guys over? Live in?
No.
Not Kevin Seraphin? He can't
No, my
bring the
teammates.
segue
We're
in?
going to have a team get together.
Okay.
We're going to have a team get together,
Okay.
watch some Sunday night football.
None of
like
us.
That. Nah, no me.
Caddyshack.
Did you get any feedback from your decision for the ESPN magazine body? Your
yeah,
teammates
it was
or?
funny, man. Some of my teammates got jokes about it, but I had jokes about it. My mom called me and was like, you might well go ahead and do it. You like to walk around the house, so you might well go ahead and have some fun. So some of my homeboys had jokes about it. But other than that, I was cool with it.
Do you feel any more pressure now than when you're drafting number one? I mean, now that you have a contract and people measure everybody online, you see.
Talking to you, I feel like it's the same. You know what I mean? First year coming in, and I think it's a lot more because they know what this team is capable of, with all of us being healthy and what I had showed at the end of last season. I think everybody expect more expectations from me than my rookie year coming into it. So yeah, I feel like the pressure's a lot more.
Coach said that
Yeah, I embrace it. I love pressure. There's nothing to hide from. If you hide from it, you don't need to be playing. You know what I mean? That's just something I have in the competitive edge and the dog that I think I was born with.
If you guys go through this season virtually injury-free and you don't make the playoffs, how much of a disappointment would that be?
Then that's the biggest disappointment I think I would have had since I've been in the NBA. I think it would be just a waste of a season, to be honest.
The NBA recently said that they might be put nicknames in the back of jerseys during the games. Have you thought about that, or what you would put on the back of your jersey?
No, not at all. Not at all. I seen it, but I seen it that time about, I think, the Nets and the Heat game. I think they were thinking about doing that the first game. They were thinking about it. So, no, I haven't. Probably the NBA, they give you a nickname and whatever they call you, I think they'll put that one back there.
What do you think the biggest challenge for the team will be for this season?
I think the biggest challenge is defensively. I mean, we come off to a great start of playing defensively. Like, we know we can score the ball. That's one thing. Everybody in this league can score the ball. It's just you can do it defensively. Like, it's teams that can score the ball but don't guard nobody. So you got two teams scoring 110 points plus. So you got to have somebody that can get a stop at you.
The number one goal is obviously to win and make the playoffs, but is the All-Star game, trying to make an All-Star somewhere in your mind, is that a goal out there?
I feel like if I'm winning games and I have my team in the playoffs and I'm doing okay leading my team, I have a great shot at that. But if you're not winning, it's very rare if your team not in the playoff race or one of the top teams, you make the playoff. It's very rare that it happens. It happened last year for two guys, but I think it happened because some guys is injured and things like that. But those two guys were deserving it.
What do you think of the potential of you and Red? You only played 25 games together.
I feel like we got great chemistry. We understand where everybody wants the ball. I know he understands situations to get in. And with me able to knock down shots now, it makes it easy for him for guys can't double team him off pick and rolls. And hopefully we can stay healthy all year and just play a full 82 games. I want to play 82 games one season. Just see how that fits, to be honest.
I see on social media you rep Five Deep crew a lot. How'd that come about, and what's that mean to you?
It's all my best friends I grew up with, my close friends, and that's my circle. My circle's tight. You don't see me hanging around with nobody else. That's a group name we came up with. It's just all of us hang out together.
You've watched a lot of film on yourself this summer, specifically defensively speaking, and where areas you can improve in that regard?
Just getting over pick and rolls better. That's the one reason why I wanted to get stronger. Lateral quickness and just ISO situation. I mean, just learn how to play better and sending guys to the help defense and closing out. So our video guys did a great job of breaking out a lot of film for me and just sending it to me.
We've asked you and the players about making the playoffs. We really haven't asked about winning the division. Miami is what they are. Is that something we should?
That's a goal too, but we feel like that's a bigger goal than one. The first goal is just playoff. Then you can worry about that. But it's you never know what can happen. But they're very hot right now. And they're on a roll, so I don't know about that.
How did the Team USA experience? What did you get out of that and prepare you for the season?
It was a cool experience, great experience. It's a humbling experience to ever put USA across your chest. That's a big honor, anything like that. So you put that before your name or whoever you are, whatever you ever did in basketball. So that was a great experience for me to go out there and play and getting the full time to play against guys and have a little scrimmage.
How important was it for the team to finish strong last year, and how has that translated into confidence going into this year?
Well, that was a big confidence because it was great for us because you always want to finish the season strong, even though you don't have a chance to be in the playoffs. You always want to end on a good note to give yourself a positive energy going into the summer.
You were on Jimmy Kimmel this summer, Kanye yesterday. went after him a little bit. You notice any of that?
I heard it, but I haven't heard or seen anything. But I heard that he went at him pretty hard. I have no comments about that. Oh, it was funny, man. Jack Black is a funny guy. It was a funny experience, and I just was in LA and they asked me that I wanted to do it. I was like, sure, beat somebody. I was in McGinley, so I was in McGinley for like a couple hours. So it was pretty fun.
John, what do you say to a fan that's kind of on the fence? You know, we've had some lean years in Washington. You say that guy at the Green Turtle is like, you know, I want to get behind the Wizards, but I need something to push me over the edge.
The main thing for me is I always be loyal. If you're from a city, I always be loyal to what I am to. And even though, like, you got to look at the situation of the Redskins, they wasn't good for a couple of years, but their fans stayed loyal. They went to the games. And I give credit to our Wizards fans. They've been loyal. They came to our games. And sometimes we might get booed if we're not doing the right thing. That happens. But the main thing is I think they respect us when you're playing hard. You give it 110% when you're on the court. The main thing is they don't want to see no professional not being professional running out there. So if you're playing hard and giving your effort out there and you're trying, and then they see y'all making the progress, I think the fans understand where we're going, what our team is capable of now. And I feel like the guys that was on the fence should be behind the bandwagon now.
When you guys think about how you want to compensate with Okafor being out, is part of that playing like a smaller lineup where you may see a guy like Trevor Reed at the 4th spot? Or
I think so. I think this league is kind of going into like a stretch forward. So a lot of guys, you see Melo play the 4 a lot for their team. So it all depends on kind of who you're playing against. If you're playing against a team that matches up that way, you can do it. If not, you got to go to a bigger lineup with certain teams. But I think sometimes we will go small, sometimes we will stay big.
One more question.
Coach Woodman has many facial expressions. I've asked a lot of players today about some of their favorite ones.
None of his. He scares me when he makes his facial expressions. You never know what his facial expression he's going to give you. But he got a couple of them.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.